Okay, let's go down on the farm. Welcome in Joe DeMayo to discuss the Mets prospects. Nobody knows the Mets farm system better. And Joe, I mean, we've talked a little bit about this, but the Mets are being uber aggressive this year, promoting a lot of their prospects. What do you make of the idea, the way that they're promoting these guys and rocketing some of them through the system?
It's certainly a change from what it's been in years past, where it felt at times that there was always a milestone or a barometer that needed to get hit, whether that's, a certain amount of innings or a certain amount of at-bats at a level. And I think under Vice President of Player Development Andy Green and Director of Player Development Andrew Christie, they're going to be moving more in an aggressive fashion, but I hope it doesn't get almost too aggressive. You really want to take it as a case-by-case scenario. There are probably some prospects that would benefit from getting a certain amount of at-bats or innings at a level, and then there's others like Jonah Tong, for example, was someone that the Mets just said, he is too good for low A St. Lucie. Let's just get him to high A Brooklyn.
All right, so let's talk about these guys on a case-by-case basis now. Blade Tidwell, the second-round pick in 2022, was just promoted to AAA. Could he be somebody in your mind that makes it to the majors this season? What have you thought of him so far?
I'll tell you, coming into the season, I would have told you no. But the way Blade Tidwell has performed, and I think he is someone who personally thought he should have started the year in AAA. So I think he went in with a bit of a chip on his shoulder back to AA Binghamton. And his numbers, his hits per nine went down from last year. His walks per nine went down significantly to below 3 per 9 innings. His strikeout rate went up. So he is someone that's going to get his debut in Syracuse tomorrow. And I think he has the opportunity, if he carries over what he did in AA to AAA, he's someone that could potentially push for a rotation spot later this summer.
Hey, Joe, it's Todd. Hey, Nolan McLean, very exciting, currently pitching and hitting for AA. If he had to choose right now, what do you think he would go with? Which side of the ball do you think he would land on?
He is much more advanced as a pitcher than a hitter. I think when it comes to batted ball data, I don't think there's anybody in the Mets system right now that has better batted ball data offensively than Nolan McLean, with elite exit velocities, the ability to barrel the ball. The problem is he strikes out at a 51% rate at high A Brooklyn. So that is something that as he elevates through the minors, if that doesn't take a huge jump forward, he's not going to be able to hit at the major league level. While on the pitching side, it's a big league ready fastball and sweeper right now. He's working on a curveball, a changeup, and the Mets are trying him as a starting pitcher. Obviously, at Oklahoma State, he was a closer for them, and the Mets have a history of doing this. Christian Scott is an example of a college reliever turned pro starter, as is Tyler McGill. So they're trying again here with what we call Cowboy Ohtani on the Mets pod, but Nolan McLean is certainly one of the more exciting prospects that the Mets have in their system.
Joe, what about Brandon Sproat? He made his second AA start last night, second-round pick, and he was great. What did he do so well yesterday?
He's locating much better. When the Mets drafted him out of the University of Florida in the second round last year, one of the biggest, or two biggest things were he had to work on his fastball shape. He had to decide, was he going to be more of a two-seam sinker kind of guy, or was he going to be more of a four-seam? And they have certainly gone more with the four-seam. He still sprinkles in some sinkers. And then the command. And there was a lot of questions if he was going to be a starter at the pro level or if he was going to have to force himself into the bullpen. And I think that question still exists to a degree. But in his second start for AA, he only walked one batter over 7 innings, struck out 9. So Brandon Sproat is another example of where this pitching development system has gone for the Mets, where it feels like they're almost becoming a pitching factory.